Today's topic, I'd like to talk about the awakening process that happens from within when you begin on a manifestational journey. You begin to become aware of your true nature and that which pours out onto your screen of reality naturally and easily and effortlessly. I would like to talk about this and how it applies to the state of being, your natural state of being that manifests easily and effortlessly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Law of Attraction Detox, where we detoxify from toxic techniques. Instead, we focus on our true nature right here in the present moment. Here where all the manifestational possibilities exist. Here where you're having an awakening to your true nature, that which creates everything. And when you are in alignment with the creator of all things, you become the creator of all things. You become the creator and the creation in one. And that's what we talk about on this channel. We don't try to use techniques to get things. We instead find ourselves, harness the energy within by going within, doing the self-healing work within to become a whole conscious creator. Because I believe that there are fragmented pieces and parts of ourselves, the inner child that has been lost and abandoned for so long, neglected over and over again, until we find those lost pieces of ourself, which is honestly the subconscious mind program. We can't really truly program the subconscious mind to start to search and hunt for the evidence of what we want. Instead, we will be plastering on top of old newspaper. We will be plastering affirmations, plastering visualizations on top of what is there festering beneath the surface waiting to be healed. And that's what I talk about on this channel, the awakening process. It is not about the thing or the person or the place that you really, really desire. It is more about the state of being, the inner knowing, the self-concept, what you believe about the world and people around you, how you behave and show up in this world is all determined upon whether or not you have completely integrated all aspects of yourself. How do you do that, Kristen, Sophia? That's the number one question I get from my clients when I work with them. It is, how do I do that? How do I get into this state of being where I already know everything is done, and then from that place, effortlessly and naturally, everything seems to manifest? It is through the healing process, recognizing the lost aspects of yourself, integrating them back into wholeness, defining these parts of yourself as a child, as part of yourself that is lost and wants you to recognize it. Because the child part of yourself, it is the oldest part of yourself. Therefore, it is the most wise part of yourself. How many of you? Comment below if you've done this. Shame yourself, blame yourself, tell yourself you're wrong, ridicule yourself, perhaps even hate part of yourself for having had an emotional outbreak, for not getting it right, for still coming up against the same obstacles and the same problems time and time again. If this is you, you're like me, where you kept struggling with trying to manifest something using tips and tools from these really great channels that are offering awesome tips, but these techniques became toxic for me. And likely if you're watching this, it's the same for you too, where it feels wrong, it feels off, something's not working. Why isn't it working for me? I used to ask this question. Why aren't these techniques working? They seem to work for everyone else but me. And I'm here to tell you that once you get into this state of being, of wholeness, you no longer need tools and techniques to manifest your life. You no longer need to have visualizations every day, affirmations night and day. You no longer need to cram yourself with information. Instead, the intuitive hits, the intuitive nudges naturally bubble up like a spring of life from within you. They begin to just pour out of you naturally, like you've hit the jackpot. And that's because, my friend, you have found the inner true source of pure loving consciousness. That, my friend, that is what's creating the world. You didn't have to wake up today and imagine the sun rising. It just rose on its own from the horizon. The trees are naturally growing and they are naturally breathing and respirating. Everything is just naturally happening. Why is that happening? It's because that is consciousness. consciousness playing out into the physical world. You know, it's a series of vibrations and light and things bouncing off each other to create these fractal designs, and things that are beyond our imagination are happening. Things that we can't see with our physical eyes. But if we go inward, we know with our inner eye that all of this is a projection from within us. That we are the creator pouring through this vessel that we get to experience a lifetime in a very, very short period of time compared to the billions of years that this entire galaxy, entire universe has been created. It's a blip of time. And if we are lucky enough to sit with ourselves, to harness the lost aspect of ourselves, to challenge the mind that will constantly be searching for what is wrong, what needs to be fixed, problem solving, doing the computer program things that the mind is here to do. If we are constantly fixated on the mind that is deluding us into thinking that every thought I have is manifesting, or anything I think I'm creating, if we are constantly believing that we are the mind and all of its constant changing, one day it likes this, the next day it doesn't like that. One day it believes that you can manifest anything, the next day it doesn't believe anything. So you are being tossed about at sea in your ship by the mind, the ever-changing mind. But what is constantly present? What is constantly there, never changing? That is your true nature. That is truly who you are. That is what effortlessly, easily manifests and creates and pours out onto your screen of reality everything you perceive. Once you have accessed that inner state, and I have plenty of videos about this as well, you will start to notice that everything feels possible, that everything just is expanding from within you. You start to feel like love is overflowing from your cup out onto your screen of reality. You feel like you love other people, the planet. You feel like there's a duty or a purpose that you have to serve. And from that place, you begin to get the intuitive ideas, the inner knowing, maybe this would be cool for this to happen. That's how I manifested a trip to India. Within 2.5 weeks, I was on a plane to India. And I never in a million years thought that it would just happen like that. Just a series of things happened that were kind of extraordinary and out of place. Things like a beautiful new vehicle came into my reality. Beautiful people come into my reality often. And there's just this creative explosion that happens. And these are just like little tiny minor things that we don't really necessarily, like what we really want is the big thing. Like we want the house, we want the person that we're in love with, the specific person too. We want that person to be our mate, forever mate. We want a child, maybe we want money, so much money that we don't even know what to do with it all, or so much, there's all these big items that we really, really want. But if you really stop and take a look at it, through your awakening lens, you will notice that everything up until this point, everything thus far, has gotten you to this perfect place where you're able to go through this awakening process and unfold. Comment below if this is happening to you, where you're experiencing these periods of awakening, where you're having this stillness and you are feeling the wholeness of who you are. Type I am whole, because you are a whole conscious creator. And that is the focus. That's why I shout from the mountaintop that you must have your practice in alignment. And I'm constantly a work in progress, a whip, I call it, work in progress, where I am improving, and I want to improve my devotion, my dedication, and my discipline, the 3 Ds of manifestation. If this is, something that you're new to, where you're just opening into the field of manifestation, you might want to start looking into meditation. Start looking into various forms. There's tons of different kinds. There's people out there, and I'm slacking over here. I'm about to put out some, more guided meditations. I have some of them in my live chats, but there's going to be more in the members only. where you can just listen to someone's voice guiding you through a meditation. You just wake up, roll over, click play, and you've already gotten into the state of being, right first thing in the morning, right into the state of being where everything that you want exists. This is the devotion that you have to your craft, to yourself, to your inner knowing, the dedication to this path of discovering your true nature, and the discipline in order to get yourself there every day, because it's truly a practice of flexing and bending and getting these muscles strong, these manifestational muscles, where you no longer need to do anything unless it's an inspired action that's coming naturally from the state of being, where everything you want already exists. So if you really want help with this, and it's kind of like, wow, seems daunting, I would have loved to have this kind of help when I was on my journey learning all of these things that I now am sharing with you, because I love you and I want you to experience the state of being that I am experiencing, compared to the state of being where I was struggling and constantly trying to make my life different, so that I felt different inside. What I'm going to do with you, if you choose to work with me one-on-one, or if you come on over to the members only, you are going to get tips and tools and things that you can apply to your life. Things that you will never have dreamed of that existed within you, that have been obstacles your entire life. Obstacles to creating what you want, obstacles to allowing life to just flow naturally through you. That is what I'm helping my clients remove. That's what I want to help you discover. Obviously, I've got the links there, so it's just click and go to my website, or email me if you want more information. And check out the members only option. There's more off the cuff content. I'm also doing more tips and tools and meditations and things, like really actually going into the breathing practices and just these really basic things that I do every day that have helped me stay here present. And coming soon, Happiness Warriors course, and the program is coming out in a few weeks, I think in September 2024. And I'm so excited to bring that. It's going to be sliding scale, so that if, it doesn't matter what your living situation is or where you are, I've got this easy to follow format where it's basically everything that I have put up onto YouTube already for free is in one place, easy to follow. This is what you do, step-by-step process. And so I've made it affordable for everyone in a sliding scale, so that everyone can have it. I love you so much. Please comment below. This helps me engage with you. This helps me know what you want and what you're liking and loving. And it helps other people find this information too. I've got to work with the YouTube systems and stuff like that. So when you like this and subscribe and you comment, it helps. And as always, you are the one that you are looking for inside. And I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. Mwah. See you next time.